Aloha! In this video, we're going to talk about things that keep you stuck. And we're going to dive into how to overcome them and share some tactics with you that you can apply in your life today. So first off, let's start off what it means to be raising your vibe, becoming more aware. This is becoming more aware that you're more than your thoughts, more than your feelings, more than your personality. You are all of them, but you are the master of them, and you are more than that. This is understanding that you are a multi-dimensional being having a human experience. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. And so as you raise your vibration, as you raise and go through things, this is some stuckages you might get in. Because like we don't always become the best versions of ourselves sometimes. There's things that keep us down or pull us down. So first off, the first thing I want to talk about is like a little bit about what the shadow is diving into this chart here. So I'll explain this a little bit. So we don't always, this is us becoming our best selves. You know, like we're rising up, we're being positive, we're rising into the light. Most people get this. You know what to do, you know how to be. This over here is the shadow. This is things that keep us stuck, things that pull us down. So what happens is we usually shoot up and then we get pulled into a trap right here. So we baseline out at zero. And part of this raising our vibration is using the chart of consciousness, where some of the bottom emotions are like shame, guilt, and you're like pride, anger, courage, willingness, acceptance, resiliency, compassion, love, gratitude, joy, then you know eventually you have enlightenment. But I'll put the chart here too. It's a little smaller version of it. But so as you're going up in this, that's how emotions are calibrated. But emotions are based on how we see ourselves, how we see the world, how we see maybe spirit or God, how we talk to ourselves. So kind of like our core beliefs, our permission slip beliefs, and our thoughts formulate our feelings. And our feelings dictate those viewpoints of ourselves and our worldview, and those calibrate out to a certain thing. That's a short version. You can read Dr. David Hawkins' Map of Consciousness Explained book. That's a really good one. Or the Letting Go, Path to Surrender, or Power versus Force. 3 great books by him that go more into this concept. But so as you're going up, the shadow gets you, you know, and it's not that it gets you. This isn't like bad, negative, evil. This is just the negative that pulls back. But this is also where your hidden gifts are. This is where your talents are. This is where weaknesses become strengths. This is where you gain power, your uncovered self, your true essence can sometimes be involved deep inside of there. So a little bit of this is actually called the law of subtraction, or the law of the shadow. And so you step into the shadow and you look at like what things are blocking you. Maybe they're labels you're calling yourself, and so you're talking to yourself. Maybe you know there's some things that are coming up for you that are hard to look at. You know, some tasks you can do about this is actually write down, you know, for 30 days, keep track of, and just at the end of each day, you're not like judging it, you're not doing anything bad, you're just gonna write down like a paragraph or maybe like just a short list of the things that drained you every day. The thing that drained me the most today, yeah, that guy on Instagram with the 6-pack that, you know, I used to work with, you know, or that friend that hurt me, or, oh yeah, like this argument with this person, that guy that cut me off in traffic. You're just gonna write them down, just like a list. You know, then you're going to write down all the things that filled you up with energy, and you're going to write all those down, and then you're going to analyze the things that like drained you, and like why did they drain you, and what story have you evolved around it, and is it a reflection of something from your past, or is it a reflection of something that's going on now? And this can help you work through here. This is also where like weaknesses can become strengths. So if you're really insecure, you can look at like why are you insecure, and then you can challenge yourself to step into more power. So actually stepping into power, stepping out of your comfort zone would be part of the shadow, would be stepping into the shadow because it's uncomfortable, unknown, but you'd actually put in the reps and gain the skills on how to speak better, gain more confidence in yourself, step forward. Here's another way to face the shadow, this with confidence, or even just building energy and chi and prana within yourself, is do the things you say you're going to do, like especially to yourself, like even the little things. Like if you say you're going to wake up at a certain time, wake up at that time. If you say you're going to read for 15 minutes a day, read for 15 minutes a day. If you're going to work out for X amount of minutes, you know, if you're going to do 100 push-ups a day, if you're going to meditate once a day, like just do the little things for yourself. That'll build confidence, because then you actually build a stack of undeniable achievements that you can't question. They don't have to be big things like, oh, look at all my certifications. Like that's cool and all, you know, and I love getting certified in things and learning more. But really the confidence comes from keeping your word to yourself. So that's like one of the other shadow techniques you can do here. And that's like an example of how weakness can become strength. You know, another example that I can use is like I'm transforming my body. I'm not going to talk a lot about it, like I'm doing some different skills and stuff, but when this transformation is complete, when my body has become the way I have, then I will share about what I went through and like how my experience helped others. But right now, I'm in the shadow. I'm in this unknown. I'm in this zone of things. Like, yes, I used to work out a lot, but my body's different now, and I'm trying a different way of approaching to do this. And I'm doing more shamanic techniques as well as some other techniques I'll talk about in a different video. If you want to hear more about that, comment down below. We can talk about the health journey. But moving forward, that's stepping into the shadow to transform. It'll give me a unique look on weight loss and becoming healthy from a spiritual standpoint and from a personal development standpoint that I can talk about. Another example, grew up in an abusive home, both mentally and emotionally and physically and spiritually, and being in that abusive home and not being able to really be myself, I tried to create masks to defend myself, to protect myself. So now stepping into a life where I don't have to wear masks and I get to express myself however I want and be in front of people that I don't know for sure. Like, I haven't met you in person, if you're watching this probably. And be vulnerable in front of you is stepping into the shadow, but it's also empowering me. I get to feel creative. I get to feel like I'm helping. I'm aiming to create a more beautiful world and create ripple effects. Hopefully these things are things you can do that improve your life and you can share with others around you. So please like and share this video if you've gotten value out of it so far. The final thing I want to talk about here is the aspects of ourselves. And the aspects of ourselves is a lot of people talk about mind, body, spirit. And that's something that kind of started coming around like the late 70s, early 80s, kind of a concept in this new age development, but even dates back, a little further. But like, I believe there's actually 4 things. The shadow's involved too. So you have the body, mind, the spirit, and the shadow. This could be the physical body, this could be your thoughts, your mind, your spiritual body. The shadow could be viewed as your emotional body, but it's part of who you are. It's part of the aspect of you. It's not something to be shunned or killed, just like the ego is not something to be shunned or killed. The ego is like a friend. Like, it's like to me, my ego is like a horse. It's something that as I befriend it, I get to ride it and I get to like guide it where we want to go, and we work together and we're friends. Whereas before I befriended my ego, before when I was resistance to it, it was like hanging onto a wild stallion by the mane and just getting drugged through the dirt. Now I get to ride this horse and we're trusting, we go directions together. And I'm thankful for the ego. The ego is what gives me drive to eat food. It's what gives me drive to be a nice person. It's what gives me passion to create things and like drive and build a business. It's what gives me drive to make a difference in my coaching program. So with that, these are some aspects about the shadow, some things that are going on. Also, just so you know, coming soon, there will be the opportunity to apply to be a beta tester for a app that I've developed. It's a coaching app, but it's actually a breathwork library, a meditation library. It has courses within it for you of the spiritual, the path of plant medicine, the esoteric, the history of magic, and energetic bodies, and how to work with energy and raise your vibe and actually step more into becoming the best version of yourselves. So the app's coming soon, as well as it has group coaching in it, and we are looking for beta members and testers right now. Those links will be available soon, and I'll post them in the comments when they're available. But in the meantime, if you're interested, go ahead and comment down below. All right, peace, love, and have a great and wonderful day.